Hi, welcome back to Evermore YouTube channel. It's Chris back with another Rumour Has It video where we're talking about players linked to the football club. This summer transfer window seems to have slowed down a little bit, the transfer links recently. We seem to be struggling to get another couple of deals over the line. Not sure what's going on there. Obviously, Maximin has gone over to Saudi Arabia. I think Carl Darlow was on his way to Leeds. Jamal Lewis has gone to Watford on loan. So there's a few ins and a few outs to come, I think, possibly over the next couple of weeks for Newcastle United. But there is a few links still out there, and we're going to bring you as many as we can. Obviously, we don't do ITK here. We just do whatever's been reported in the media, and this lad has been reported in the media. He's popped up on a few different news outlets online. We're going to get stuck right into that in a minute. Just before we do, a little reminder, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. We'd love you to come and join us. We're over 4,300 subs. Smash that button. You won't regret it. Loads of stats and chats, transfer rumours, also the odd rant from me here and there, and a live show every Monday with me and Mark at 10 p.m. You won't regret it. Smash that button. Come and join us, everybody. Right. So who am I talking about? Who am I waffling on about this time in the links to Newcastle United? Well, I'm talking about a midfielder, funnily enough. So with the sign of Sandro Tonali and now Harvey Barnes, I'm not sure whether this one will come off, but I think Dan Ashworth has been on record saying if the right players come available at the right price, then they would look to do a deal. And to be fair, this kid could definitely fit that mould. I'm talking about this lad here that is Ryan Gravenberch, who plays for Bayern Munich. So he's a Dutch international. He's been capped 11 times. He's only 21 years old. Massive noise and excitement about him over in the Netherlands in terms of how exciting he is as a footballer. In a microcosm, what is he as a player, really? He's a bit of a box-to-box midfielder, loads of energy, speed. He's got good control. He can track back, he can put a foot in. He's got good positional sense as well, which we'll see in a minute when we look at his stats. He can ping a ball very, very well. We've got him compared to Bruno Guimaraes there, which is, I suppose, if you look at it in terms of the central midfield position that Bruno played for Lyon before we signed him, you could technically say that, but we've seen Bruno excel and become a bit more of an attacking force for us. I'm not sure whether Gravenberch could do that if he did come to Newcastle, but we'll have a look at his stats right now and run it through and look at the old red, amber, greens as well. So starting at the top, he's 21 years old and versus Bruno's 25 there. So he's a young lad. He's got a lot more, time ahead of him, I think, to develop as a player. 33 appearances last season in total, 959 minutes. So not a great deal of time on the pitch, really. I think he was really restricted to start for Munich after signing from Ajax. So apparently the word is, I think, the signing for 16 million, and you could get him for 22. So it could just be one of those things that's not working out, and Munich have to shift out a few players, balance the old FFP. Nobody's exempt for that, really. So, the lad could end up being available at a really good price. But just rolling through some of his other stats as well, he's got 1 goal and 1 assist versus Bruno's 5 and 5. Passes, he's kind of in and around the same passing amount as Bruno per game, and also percentages too, 86% completion, and his progressive passing is 6.4. So he does use the ball really, really well. Key passing 1.41. Passes in the attacking third, he actually pips Bruno at that 5.1. As I said, he can really spray a pass around, out to the wings as well to start a play or a through ball as well. Tackles, he's really up there as well, 2.49 tackles. He's got a great ability to track back and get a foot in. He's good at interceptions as well at 1.30. Recoveries are 7.48. Fouls 1.73. So he is kind of similar to Bruno in that regard in terms of how much he gets his foot in. But he's maybe not as good in the attacking third as Bruno is. But looking at his red, amber, greens, you can see there he is in the greens for quite a lot of the categories there. So you can see his passing, he's right up there in the 89th percentile. Pass completion, he's up there in the 75th as well. The short pass completion, he's up there in the high 80s. Key passes in the high 70s. Progressive passing in the 74th. Shot creation chances, he's right up there in the 99th percentile. He's got really, really good stats across the top 5 leagues in Europe for that. Where does he struggle? Well, if you look at his long pass completion, is a little bit down, even though he can ping a ball. Maybe a lot of the balls that he tries could be a bit risky. They don't go quite to the target. Goal creation chances too is a little bit low down. Assists and goals, obviously, he's miles down on that, but his tackling is really high. As in terms of a midfielder as well, in the middle of the third and the attacking third as well, he presses high and he wins the ball back. So that is a great sign for an Eddie Howe type of player. So yeah, very interesting, I think, with this lad, because we have signed a couple of midfielders already. It could just be an old story being regurgitated out there, but for £22 million, it could be a really good bit of business for Newcastle. 21 years old, loads of history ahead of him, or football ahead of him. But if you look at the midfield position that we've got Joe Linton, we've got Bruno, we've got Tonali, we've got Harvey Barnes now, we've got Willock, we've got Longstaff. Louis Miley looks brilliant. Elliot Anderson's playing really well. So I'm not sure whether there's much room in this one, but for a player who's been likened to Alexis McAllister, who's just gone to Liverpool. It might be worth a punt for 22 million quid, I must say. But let us know what you guys think in the comments below. We always like to hear from you. We always do our best to try and reply as well. We're not the kind of channel that ignores people. If you take the time, we try and take the time to reply as well. So as I mentioned at the start, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. We'd love you to come and join us. Smash a like on the video too. Help the channel get around YouTube. We'll be back with some more rumour has it videos soon. Hopefully there'll be some more targets being linked to the football club. We definitely need some defensive targets, in my opinion, and we'll be back with some videos hopefully soon on some of those linked targets as well. Have a good one, whatever you're doing. We'll catch you later. Cheers. Bye-bye.